both liberally, metaphysically, emotionally, and technically. 38 gigabytes. 38,000 megabytes. I hope you have a dedicated SSD for Flob. No, I have a dedicated SSD for all my games, and that's where it lives. And it is not the biggest folder there, since Forza lives there, and uh, uh, there are other games that are definitely bigger. But I guess as far as like the file save, probably there probably aren't file saves that are bigger than this, because this is horribly inefficient way to save a world. Indeed. So who's ready? Oh wait, I'm not. We need to timestamp this situation. It's the 17th, right? Yeah, it is. That is too close to the edge. No, it's too close. Too far. Too far. Too far. Too close. Too close. Oh my god, I have so many little layers and stuff here. There we go. Flop date. December. That's a weird looking word, isn't it? 17th, 2021. I don't know what episode number we're on, but we're just doing a stream here. That's why. See this circle that is 2/3 plaid before your eyes. And we did just surpass, or I mean, we just met $2,500 for our charity fundraiser, Rise Above the Disorder. Rad, farlandsorbust.com. I would have the little ticker thing on the top, but that's broken. I mean, it works, but it's broken for stream elements. When I enable it, it sends all of the alerts of all the donations we've gotten so far, which takes like 20 minutes to roll through. So I've just disabled it. That doesn't seem like that's something they're in the hurry to fix, the Tiltify integration, but that's fine. But shall we begin? Woof! Woof, Wolfie's ready. I need to take some inventory here. I need wool, definitely need wool. And wood, wool and wood, and bones. Wool and wood and bones. Got it. And Wolfie. Wool, wood, bones, and Wolfie. Let's secure that hidey hole. It feels like it's been longer than it actually has been. Grab Wolfie. And I guess we're surrounded by wood. How convenient. How very convenient. Although I should be kind of careful. Indeed. Farlands or bust. Minecraft Beta 173. The girlfriend came up with a good, like, I don't know what to call it. Moniker? Moniker. Let's say moniker. For me, my channel. What with all these new versions of Minecraft coming out. With terrain updates and, you know, everything that's happened in 9+ years since this version came out. My series, my channel, Farlands or Bust, Kurt J. Mack, is a ghost of Minecraft past. The ghost of Minecraft past. That is marketing. Does that not? That's good. I need to switch my, like, everything to say that. To my Twitch, my Twitter. Put that on the website. not to also put too fine a point on the... what was the height of, like, my channel and... I almost said credibility, but that probably works. My credibility in the game community. Oh, there's a pig. I guess I should get him. Oh, here he comes. Murder! Oh, that pig was dry. I jumped out of my boat and everything for it. Oh, when did I lose half a heart? I feel like that was a Wolfie incident last time. Nobody knows. It's all a blur. Indeed. Well, what I'm usually the one who has stories or things to talk about. What do you want to talk about? What does chat want to talk about? He asks. Still not including chat in the overlay for viewers of the VOD to later actually see the interaction. Effort. I don't use it on anything. Excited for the Janeway Space Telescope launch? If it ever happens, I'm scared for it. I'm more nervous about that than I was about, like, the Curiosity landing. Like that. That was simple compared to everything that has to go right with the telescope. Not, you know, it would not compounding the fact that it's, like, been delayed decades, but also, like, it recently, just the launch date, it was supposed to be the 22nd after it had been delayed because of a problem in processing it for the launch, and then now it's delayed again because there's something with the fueling or something of the spacecraft, so now they're like, they haven't officially said, but circles are saying the 24th. And yeah, that's just the launch atop a rocket, a very fragile and sensitive optical telescope with many, many, many moving parts, delicate features. And then we don't even get to know for like another year and a half. Once it's up there, if anything works. Right, the Ariane 5 is a reliable rocket. I'm just worried about, and I know they do tons and tons of tests with vibrations and forces and all that stuff, but still, it's a little. That's a spicy meatball. That's a spicy $10 billion meatball. And whatever, I don't, like, everybody's like, how much it costs, and true, how much it costs, but I don't, in the grand scheme of things, you know, they just passed like a $700 billion defense bill without like any hubbub. So the money exists. Excuse me, Pushy McWolfington. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'll be keeping abreast of the mission and the situation, but it's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking. Careful, Wolfie! But heavenly bodies made moving and assembling a telescope in orbit look so easy. So easy. Could talk about your cookies. Could. I mean, they've gotten better as they've, like... hardened. They've gained structural integrity. But they're still not the best. I will not be using that recipe again. But then I still have the other half of the dough in the freezer to make more oatmeal cookies. So the girlfriend likes them. So that's all that matters. Might be a good idea to watch a video recipe next time. Who's got time to watch videos on the internet? I don't think I've ever watched a video recipe though, by the way. Like any recipe, I just like get the recipe. I don't know what I could learn from a video recipe. The only reason I would do that is if, like, I don't know, there's some technique or something that a recipe calls for, like, dice this or sublimate that. Then I'm like, do what now? And I have to look up what that means. I mean, they're cookies. They're cookies, for crying out loud. How could you go wrong with cookies? I went wrong with cookies. Let's see how the batter needs to look like. That doesn't help either. I'm using different flour. I'm at a different altitude. Whoa! Ah! I was holding shift. That's pretty good. Is that a sheep over there? It most certainly was. That's a zombie. And he's dead. And he's gone. So yeah, I don't know. I think from now on, like, cookies are the kind of thing where it's like, and I've mentioned this on the stream. For those of you not wondering, who have no idea what I'm talking about, I streamed making cookies. Gluten-free oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. And I think they would have been fine had they not fused, welded, soldered themselves to the baking sheet. And I know it called for parchment paper, but parchment paper is a myth. It's a conspiracy. I've had worse luck with parchment paper than just using a greased pan. I'll concede that parchment paper makes sure that the food doesn't get stuck to the pan, but nowhere in that contract does it say the food doesn't get stuck to the parchment paper, which it always does. Every time. I even mentioned that to the girlfriend when I'm like, this is what happened. But everybody said I should use parchment paper. And she's like, oh, well, they don't know. They don't know our history. Our sordid history with parchment paper. No, I don't think you'd use wax paper in the oven. It would melt. It's wax. I'm not making candles. But no, I mean, the recipe said line with parchment paper, but... Lies. Lies! Look at this place. A lot of it is those pans that I used. Those cheap aluminum baking trays from Amazon.com with the horrible design flaw in that when you wash them, they fill with water in between the two layers of aluminum. I rubbed it down generously with butter. Greased. I think I just need to use like a non-stick tray, like my pizza pan tray. I've only had it work with really greasy foods. What's that, parchment paper? Yeah, like we've tried using it with pies, like sweet pies and savory pies. We made like coconut macarons? Not a macaroon. Or maybe it is a macaroon. I don't know. But those all got stuck on the parchment paper and practically ruined. I don't remember the difference between a macaroon and a macaron. Bend the tray. I tried bending. I've bent those trays, like, to the point where they've stuck into shape and, like, creased. That didn't work either. One is a French president. True. That's also true. Nah, I just need to just throw those trays away. Those are terrible trays. They also have no lip on them, so if you do put anything on there that does not stick, when you like go to pull them out of the oven, it just slides off and all over the floor in the bottom of the oven. It's a very common thing that happens on the Bake Off show. Yeah, people were talking about the silicone mats. That just doesn't seem like it should be right. Like, it seems like dangerous and also poisonous. Silicone in my cookies. But I guess it does work. That's what people are saying. But this is the first time I've made cookies. I think. Well, certainly from scratch, not necessarily from a mix. Silicone on its own is very inert. You're very inert. Inert. Let's see here. Freaking nerds. Parchment paper is paper lined with silicone. Is it? Isn't parchment paper just paper? Like parchment? Google says so. Well, that's what I mean. We're like, we've had such little luck with it. We're starting to think that like we use it wrong. Like, is it one-sided? Like, is one side the non-stick side? And we just keep choosing the wrong side? Certainly doesn't indicate such things as these. One side is shinier, but you probably didn't mess that up. I have no idea. I don't think we're ever going to purchase another roll of parchment paper. So, trying to convert me, I don't think is going to work. These are lies! Your parchment cult will not sway me. True. We mentioned that when we were making the cookies, Lorgon. That if we were Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, we would be done before the baking part of the cookie dough creation. This is the finished product. And you're a doctor, so it means it's healthy. Maybe it's an issue with the gluten-free stuff. I don't think there's anything different. I don't think there's something inherently sticky in gluten-free baking. I mean, it still used a stick and a half of butter. Oh, Lorgon isn't gonna do commands here. There are some people who have the mod sword just because they're friends and to excuse them from themselves getting modded by like Cobot or anything. All that foul language Lorgon uses. Command add pipes to ZK. You're not a mod. The language. Don't try tinfoil. No, I knew as much as that. And that would have been redundant too, because the baking sheets were aluminum. I would simply be adding more aluminium to the equation. Whoop. Yeah, don't bake the cookies. Fry them. Put them in a cast iron skillet. Skeletons? Put them in a cast iron skillet, you're never getting them out. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about that now, and I'm pretty sure making a cookie in a cast iron skillet is a thing that exists. That's the thing. If your cast iron is seasoned well and properly, then it's non-stick. It's like glass mash. I will tell you immediately that I do not keep mine properly seasoned, so they are not. Yeah, the only reason I use my cast iron skillet is to heat tortillas on tacos for taco night. I don't use it. I don't like. We don't. It's too smoky, smoky inside the house. I only use mine for cobblers. Know many shoemakers? Scrabble word. Ah, see, that's the thing though. You don't want to cook eggs on a cast iron skillet because the yolk is acidic and will break down your carefully crafted seasoning layer. I know about foods sometimes. Yeah, or tomatoes, yeah. Tomatoes. Need more boats. Boats. What? Excuse me. uh, is the yellow text still used in flop videos? No. I mean, once every episode for the woof, but not other times. Snarky yellow text retired many years ago. Ooh, buddy. Look at me. We are the yellow text now. Yoink. You remember the last time you saw the sun? It's been a while. I mean, when I went to walk Juno today, it at least wasn't raining, which is the first I can remember in a long while. But it is now. So, yeah, I feel like this is like... it's Seattle, so it's normal, but this doesn't feel normal. Granted, I've only been here for like 4 years, 5 years, but... I feel like this is more spring weather. Like, February through May. I don't remember being so rainy in the fall. Look at this landscape. Many sheep. Oh, that's... that is not... a shearer. A shearer. You can use the yellow text for chat. Yeah, that would get confusing. and also probably bad. Hey, excuse me. What about... Spoilers? Skeletnas? What else? What else? I'm depending on you for content. Did you talk about the YouTube Minecraft thing? Oh, nah, I mean, I did just on stream, I think, briefly. And I think I did with Cone when we were doing Forza, actually. Was it that long ago? I don't remember. I mean, it really wasn't relevant to my interests. They're talking about the Minecraft got 1 trillion views on YouTube. I don't know how they determined that. Since for a long time, like, you know, before YouTube gaming, there was no like way to enter in the game other than just like the title or tags or whatever. But with 1 trillion, I think giving or take a few billion is a drop in the bucket. A drop in the ocean. So yeah, they did some sort of like recap thing, like from the first Minecraft video, and you know, was X in there at all? I don't feel like I saw X. But like Paul Soares and Co-Star was in there. But even Co says like it's not totally genuine. It's because they put Co's videos up on the original Minecraft website that he got like 1 billion views on them. Yeah, it's weird. There's like a video, but then there's also like a website. both of which really don't put any new information out there. Sea Nanners, yeah, I remember. I think I like found Sea Nanners, but like then I found X and watched X instead. Sea Nanners and I have the same birthday. So that means I am entitled to a portion of his ad revenue. Beef in there a couple times. Yeah, I could see that. I recently hopped on the... Oh, Wolfie. Get out of there, you dingus. I hopped on the Minecraft server I used to play on more than 10 years ago. It's still up, but not active. Is it the Farlands Patreon server? Because that sounds about right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by, Rob. This will go up on YouTube in a few days. You know you're going to miss out on some amazing happenings in the next 30 minutes or however long we're going. Yeah, I think somebody said they still... I just whitelisted somebody on the patron server because they were new and asked. And I'm like, you're the first person I've whitelisted on here in like a year. But welcome and have fun. Sorry nobody else is on there with you. I had to like remember how to do that. Ah, careful, Wolfie. Oh, jeez. Indeed. Well, we weren't, well, I don't know. We weren't running the just vanilla server stuff. And we were on like, it's not like a custom server. It's on like a hosted site that did all the security updating. Teagues. Oh Lord, he's coming. Pig was dry. All these pigs are dry. There we go. Whoa, Wolfie, jeez. There we go. Spoiter. Probably a spawner, but can't see it. Whoa. Oh. This guy. This guy. You know what game I'd like to try? Farming Simulator 21. But I've not been offered any keys yet. The game I'd like to try, not a game I'd like to buy. Or is it 22 already? I don't know. You know what I mean. The newest one. Well, I don't think that there was 20. The last one I remember playing was 19, right? Like that's the one with the ferns. The fern collecting minigame. Oh, oops! I didn't mean to do that. That's what you do to pigs, not to sheep. Whatever. We've not gotten any snow. Ooh! Ooh! What? Egg Isaac tipped a hundo. Thank you very much. AG Isaac. They say, since I have text to speech off, 8 years ago. Oh, do you want me to say? This seems kind of personal. Thank you very much. Top tip. They basically say the journey to the Farlands 8 years ago kept them sane. Thanks for keep going, even though some of us no longer find time. Watch every step of the journey. Expect you to watch every step. All 824 episodes and streams and flobathons. Well, thank you very much. That's going to be a lot of cookies. That's going to be a lot of parchment paper. Much appreciated. Very much indeed. Boop. Ooh, buddy. Sorry. I saw a question earlier if I'll be playing. What is the version number now? 118 or something like that? Or 181? That's not confusing. I mean, I'm sure eventually I will, if anything, in a UHC or something. Oh, it is 118.1. I knew I was right. I know everything about the current generation of Minecraft and the ongoing development. It's fun to just explore in that version. Okay, but I've heard that before. I've definitely heard that before in previous releases. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, yes, I will, obviously, at some point. But am I just gonna hop in and start a new world and play? I don't know. If only there was some sort of server that streamers were on. Even that kind of ruins it sometimes. Like, if I do, it would probably, I think, be a better experience if I was just by myself. Because then I, like, join a server of unknown name and origin. And, like, everybody's got, like, Ferris wheels and rocket ships and contraptions and farms and everything's been terraformed. I mean, I'm just being a stickler, but it doesn't feel as genuine. It still feels manufactured. I've not, like, looked at or seen too much stuff, but like, it's still like, here's a mountain. And it's like, okay, somebody planned that mountain. As opposed to this stuff, even though I'm sure this is just as planned and designed, feels a bit more rough around the edges. No, the jitter is not getting better. Oh, Cone has it with shaders. I don't think my computer can handle shaders. You saw how little it could handle Forza, and how even less than it could handle Wreckfest. I do not have the ability to see Raymond's finest traces. And that's the other thing. Are shaders still, like, you gotta go to some, like, scam phishing site? Like, not phishing, but phishing. To, like, download them and, like, make sure you click the right button that says download, because they all look the same. Because that's still the same experience. That same experience that turned me off of modded anything 10 years ago. What are you currently running for specs? Computer. I'm stuck. It's the graphics card I have, if it could be called that, is a GTX 970. One of them, full stop. And I have not a fast CPU. I got the CPU more for video and rendering, which has turned out great. But it's like one of the 6-core, 12-core ones. F3 will tell you. I don't think it will in this version. Yeah, well, no, it's an i7, but like 5 years old i7. Like, whatever was like middle of the line back then. It's on the Farlands or Bust website, I'm pretty sure. $8,700K probably? No, it's like a 3846. It's got many different numbers. But it's a K, so yeah, I am like slightly clocking it from its base 3.3 gigahertz to 3.6. 5820, that's the one. 8,700. Yeah, it is not a gaming, necessarily gaming CPU. But it's got me this far. Well, especially now, since you can't build computers anymore. It's illegal. It is financially illegal. Is your rig not down below in the Twitch description? I know. Nobody goes there. Nobody views on twitch.com. That doesn't even show up on mobile. I had to recently remove the server sponsor I had because they were no longer. I completely forgot about it. Oh, here's an interesting concern. Since I switched the encoder, how does that impact if I were to record an episode of Farlands or Bust? I switch back, right? Like, that's something that can mess things up, right? Imagine recording Let's Plays in 2021. It should be fine. Well, this seems spooky. Either a lighting glitch? It's a lighting glitch. Well, let's go this way. Just record it with your Xbox Game Bar. Oh, buddy. Both encoders output the same video format. Right, but I've never tried both streaming and recording using the NVIDIA encoder simultaneously. It's worked fine with Minecraft, with the CPU, or I don't know. Yeah, it might look like butts. Everybody's watching on their phone anyway, who cares? I mean, I was using, like, one of the fast ones. Super fast, ultra fast. I switched around depending on the quality I was seeing. I prefer the website a lot more. I'm just old. I am a ghost of Minecraft past. But just anything. YouTube, Twitch, websites on a desktop PC. Much better than anything mobile. Like if I have to like research anything, I'm like, I just can't do this on my phone. I have to go to my computer. The internet is broken on phones. Spawner? Oh, spawner! Nate's seen it. I almost walked right on by. If there's a golden apple in there, it's yours, Nate. Speedrun strats. Wolfie, have a seat. Alright. Now that I've let things spawn. What do we got here? Oh, right on the surface. Okay, maybe things won't spawn. Oh, it's like a completely enclosed guy. Oh, no, it's not. What do we got? Take the iron. Aww. Aww. Single box. I mean, yeah, this is the layer. Ooh. Burns. Yeah, thanks a lot, Nate. uh. Whoops, don't want that. I'm surprised we're still seeing animals. PC's good, mobile convenient when out of house or in bed. Even then, they are not convenient. They're just the only option. There's no other choice but to use the phone. God, like trying to find a menu of a restaurant and phone. And then it like redirects you to like DoorDash or Facebook menu. Shakes Fistic Cloud? Don't you have QR codes on restaurants now? Well, you don't go there. Like, this is when you're trying to find a place. And then you scan a QR code, click on a link, and then it opens up their Facebook page. again, shaking fist at Cloud. Oh, yeah. I guess that's... I haven't been going out much at all. Whoa, watch your step. Whoa. Oh, dang it, Wolfie, did you fall in there? You dingus. Kinda did. Yeah, I mean, the places I've been to are, like, places I've regularly been to before, so I already know what I'm gonna order, I guess. But, like, they've had menus. Like, their regular menus. Trying to think. I mean, the most I went out to eat in the past 2 years was on vacation. During the road trip. But even that... I don't remember having to, like... QR code or search a menu on my phone. I mean, I'm sure their reasoning is like,
some kind of tube?
Nobody's touching and exchanging menus, viruses, and disease. Even though it's an airborne disease. Backed 44! Welcome to the sub tub. New sub in the tub. Put that Prime Gaming. Sub tub. Also cheaper for the restaurant. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. You're... This discussion is for somebody who leaves the house more often. Not who is not me. I am not that. Beep blop burp blurp. Well, look at this. Look at this. This is a real mountain. A genuine, not specifically programmed, totally weird and not representative at all of real life. Oh, excuse me. Blah. Cliffs and caves and cliffs and caves and cliffs and caves and cliffs and caves. Are spooky noises? What else? What else? I'm like that plant that says feed me. You know what I'm talking about. Morning. It's the morning song. In the evening here. Is Farlands or Bust willed to someone in case something happens? What's gonna happen? What are you talking about, little Sean? What are you suggesting? I am immortal. Death is a myth, like parchment paper. uh. This place seems as good as any. Oh, hello, Wolfie. Find time to join us. I mean, I never break my beds, so I'll just respawn. So I don't gotta worry about it, right? Jokes! Jokes, jokes, jokes! Seems like something could spawn in there. Okay. Oh, that's wrong. That's right. Oh, I do not need more boats, but I guess I'll make a few. That's a lot of boats. One would say too many boats. Alright. Let's go to sleep. Do I want to continue this after the break? Probably. I feel like we've not been doing enough lobbing. Right? So yeah, let's go to sleep. And yeah, we'll do that. I expected the episode to end. Like, where's the music? 38,089 point something 1 megabytes. All right. Whoops. What did I just press? Nothing? Okay, we're good. This is the second segment of Farlands or Bust stream for December 17th, 2021. You could tell because now I'm wearing a hoodie. That's how you can delineate between the two sections of the stream. That's where we left off. Some 22 minutes ago. Get your wolves ready. Let's go. Woof. Woof indeed. East-west. Don't need that cobblestone. Let's go. Who is this and what have you done with that Kurt who is so not cold and comfortable in their 2 layers of clothing, replaced by now these 3 layers that you are wearing? No. I'm good. I'm good on stuff. I mean, except for tools. My tools are probably going to need to be replaced. Indeed. So, now that I've started this second segment, we gotta fill it with something. Gotta fill it with some sort of jibba jabba. Some sort of conversation. How do? How do? What's gonna be your Game of the Year winner? I don't play games. What is a video game? What did we play this year? What is a year anymore? I mean, if only I had been keeping some sort of spreadsheet-based list of all the games we've played and links to the games and links to the VODs. Call of Race. Was that the name of that game? Was that what it was called? I mean, there were some real winners there. You are a winner. Loser are you. Or what was it if you lost? You win opponents. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, what did we even do this year? Lake was good. Game of the Year? I don't know about that. It's up there in like, this is a game that we fully played, which is rare, and like we actually mostly enjoyed in a non Lumberjacks Dynasty way. Lumberjacks Dynasty was before this year. I could swear. Tove? Yeah, that kind of Icelandic game. Again, that was good. I enjoyed it. We played it all the way through. We beat it. But Hidden Folks was surprisingly good. Airport Renovator. Oh god, yeah, where we like with the lights we were just having a rave throwing lights off mountains. Skate or Don't, honestly, is up there. It's a bit recent. And you know, much like the Academy Awards, it tends to be the movies that came out during Oscar season that get remembered. Yeah, Hidden Folks was quite good. Eternal Cylinder. I had such high hopes for that game that I like had no idea existed until I got the key, but then those hopes were dashed. That Ace Combat game? No, because we got pretty done with it pretty soon. It would have been a lot better if it was like freer. And I don't mean like money. I mean like money, in-game money. Like the economy sucked in the game. As somebody who likes to drive a different car in every race, I like to fly a different plane during every mission, but it just doesn't allow you to do that. You'd end up selling all your planes to get this expensive one, and then you're stuck. Superliminal was not this year. The multiplayer was this year, but... Hotshot Racing. Was that this year? No. That was multiple years ago. Isn't that the one where I was always up against Ko? In the leaderboards? Was Art of Rally this year? That's a very good game. That racing game where you hooked to poles, and we were like, this is the dumbest, this is the dumbest way to racing game ever. Yeah, it was like a grappling hook, but on a car game. Is the game lagging because you're so far out, or is it because it's an old version? It's because we're so far out, man. It's not lag either. This is how the game do. It's the floating point rounding error. Basically, the coordinates are so big that you lose precision because the decimal point moves over. If that makes any sense. So, like now, this black box is like a quarter of a block off. If that makes any sense. That's a bad block to explain it on, but yeah. As far as the terrain is concerned, but like entities, like Wolfie, like the Torch Flame, those are all relative to me, the player, but the terrain is all relative to 0, 0, to the coordinates. And yeah, that's because they use floating point positioning instead of... Has this been... This has been fixed in the current versions, where they then use double precision or whatever the next better way to determine a person's location on a grid is. Was a racing game where you raced on paper? Yeah, you're right. I mean, there were a lot. I don't know if any of those little itch.io games ever really tend to count, because I don't think they're really, like, a lot of them are like game jam games, and like, here's this concept. I mean, honestly, even like Skate or Die, or Skate or Don't, it is a concept. It's just like a test, as most of his games are. Nuts was this year? Nuts. Are you sure? Nuts was really good. I enjoyed Nuts. That's the squirrel surveillance game. Which makes more sense than you think it does. Did I upload that? Did I highlight that as a VOD? Is that gone forever? Oh, well, that'll have to do. You saw the start of this series over 10 years ago. And we are still going. What other games? When was the last time you died? I didn't. I haven't. Never. Although during the last Flobathon, I almost did. I got down to half heart because Wolfie spawned into my boat. Speaking of Wolfie. Eat him! Like, that's not on purpose either. Like, that was never my goal. It's kind of, honestly, unfortunate. Because now it's like something I have to live up to be like, oh, he hasn't died. Ooh, it's gonna be a big deal if and when he dies. So now it's like... Heavenly Bodies. I mean, we haven't gone all the way through that, but that's a fun, good game. XO 1 was one I was looking forward to, but was a bit disappointed in the final product. I like Sable, but nobody else does. um,
Oh. I almost swallowed that nut.
If double creepers can't kill him, something might.
well, yeah, the core 50 of you enjoy watching Sable. Circuit Superstars. I liked Circuit Superstars a lot. The difficulty curve, I think, soured it for me. But that was just like for a change, a well-made game. That was like simple, not over encumbered with unnecessary markets and currencies and you know, upgrades and things like that. I don't know. I mean, it's at least 10 times now I've probably said that I'm not much into like making favorites or doing top 10 lists, but Teardown. I've not played Teardown yet because it's not been on sale yet. And I'm cheap. I feel like I'll enjoy that until, again, the difficulty curve, because it has that like speedrunner aspect, speedrunning aspect, that is kind of like, ooh, to me. Top 10 times Kurt has said he doesn't make top 10 lists. I mean, well, I don't know. GeoGuessr is obviously up there. Was it this year that when they added like the country and the state guesser, like that was it was a whole new game. That was a stroke of genius. I should not be going up this big mountain. Because I know it's just a cliff on the other side. Yep. Ranch Sim? Well, that's not out yet. Yeah, that's Dad Jesus. Wait, what was Lumberjack's Dynasty? We've been playing that more than a year, right? Because we stopped this year. We gave up. We uninstalled. We hacked the Matrix. I'm sure that was this year. No. I mean, we played it and then we like stopped because it was still early access, but then it like fully came out, so we like started again. And then we realized it was horribly imbalanced and like way too difficult to make money, so then I gave myself $8 million. 8 million. 8,000. 113 or 118. Oh yeah, $115 is what I gave myself. I mean, I know Medieval Dynasty was this year, and that did not have the same draw. It was interesting until you had to start to create a cult and like recruit strange women and build houses for them. I think we can take all the Dynasty games out of the running on principle. Even though we, of all the games, probably have the most time in Lumberjack Dynasty. But I don't think that is a good measure of its quality. I mean, I never played the original Dynasty game, Farmer's Dynasty, upon which Lumberjack Dynasty apparently borrows everything, including the farming. What else was there? I mean, this was the year where I'm like, I don't like video games. Like, there's nothing. There's no games. I'm Power Wash Simulator. Yeah. Careful, Wolfie. Human Fall Flat was like 1997. I meant to say 2017, but listen. What is time? Yeah, I mean, Power Wash Simulator is definitely in the running. Would have to be in the running. Because it was actually made by people who, like, aren't just, like, simulator farm games from, like, the Ukraine or wherever all these simulator games are being made. Like, they actually, it's kind of started as a joke, but they actually made a good game out of it. Well, that sheep just wanted to get in the water, and he did. Wasn't there car detailing simulator? There was. Okay, was Calico wasn't this year? Get out of my house. That wasn't this year, was it? January 8th. Interesting. I mean, for what it was, Calico was pretty good. We had fun in Calico. Maybe not the target demographics. Maybe we were. We played all the way through it, didn't we? I mean, Calico. Where? Oh, I was hitting E. What am I, a new Minecraft player? I wish, like another game that came out, I wish Skatebird ended up as good as Calico did. But Skatebird was a bit of a disappointment. That was another one that's like, this is a joke, but now it's a game, and like, maybe it shouldn't have been a game. Or maybe it should have, like, stayed on itch.io or something. I don't know. Yeah, Goose Game was not at all this year. Ooh, neat. Pretty neat. That could be a screenshot. They did add co-op this year? Okay, maybe that's why I'm remembering playing with the girlfriend. Yeah, Control was old, and Control is on the worst games list. Control has been naughty. We did not like Control. Power Wash Sim already has a multiplayer. If I'm not mistaken, they already released the update. I mean, Power Wash Sim technically isn't fully out. It's like version 0.4 or something, but... Control fit in the same box as a Plague Tale and Echo. Games that I will enjoy a lot that Kurt didn't. Those are games that I was looking forward to enjoying a lot, but didn't. Like, the idea, the concept, the developer, whatever, was like, yeah, this is a Kurt game. And then I just halfway into it, I'm like, this is the worst time of my life. This is... These are not enjoyable times I am experiencing right now. I forgot about Echo. Echo was that weird, like, robot lady mimics in weird chandelier space station game thing, right? Yeah. That one had the world, the environment. That one had the style right, but nothing else right. The ambiance. Oh, the train games! Probenja, yes! This was the year of the model train games. God! How did we forget that? Passed us by. As a train do. Yeah, we had a well, we had two. We had two train games. Both of which I've forgotten their names completely. One of them was great and great looking and great playing, but very bad for building your own train set. You had to be an actual video game world artist in order to do anything worthwhile. Rolling Line, that's what it was. And then the other one was the wooden block trains, which was neat and cutesy. And honestly, the game part of that game, remember the actual game part of that game? Like, here's an empty room. Go pick up these people. Bring them here. Okay, go pick up these people. And, like, you have to make the tracks to get there. And, like, oh, these people have a deadline, so do this before this runs out. Like, that's great. And I hope they develop more of that. But it is still in development. And I have not seen any more development on it. But it was only, like, the one level. So when we were done with it, we're like, oh, that's it? Aw. But of course, the makers of House Flipper and Cheeseburger Simulator and Cooking Simulator and all the other simulators, they heard that. They heard me talking about model train games, and they have a model train game coming soon. About the same as I Am Jesus is coming soon, and Car Wash Simulator is coming soon, so... The other one is called Tracks. Yes, Tracks. That's a good concept, and we were enjoying that until it stopped. Gas Station Simulator. The best bad simulator game this year was definitely Gas Station Simulator. That one was like, we could keep playing this, but at what cost? Like, nothing, it's just cookie clicker in a gas station, in a 3D gas station. Talked about Among Trees yet. Did I play Among Trees? I feel like that was on my wish list, but I don't think I've played it yet. Did I? Was it that memorable? Cabin building game. Among Trees. The cabin building game. Ah. Was it me? Are you sure I was me? Among Trees. Cabin building. Do you remember, Wolfie? Right. No, yeah, that was Builder Simulator. We built an igloo, and then we built like a straw hut. I don't think we got to the cabin. And yeah, we built many cabins for our many concubines in Medieval Simulator Dynasty, whatever it's called. You had to avoid bears in the woods, and there was a fox. That describes only about 70% of the games I've ever played in my entire life, specifically on Twitch and YouTube. Um, place tubs outside the cabin. You all right. We got Nate and Probenja talking about two discreetly different video games here. Um no, that was the demo to Builder Simulator. When we actually played Builder Simulator, we were like, no, house builder simulator is builder simulator is the one that we walked off the map. And the one with the concrete you had to pour out of the wheelbarrow. That's builder simulator. House building simulator is something completely. That's the one with the igloo and the cabin and the thatch roof and um. If you like tracks, it looks like they added a lot. Well, we'll have to look at it again. What is? I have to look at. I don't think I played in trees, in forest, within the trees, through the trees. What is it called? Among trees. Where you build a cabin. I don't. I think you got the wrong. You got the wrong guy. I gotta look at my Steam now because I'm pretty sure that's still on my wish list. Yeah, it looks like Eidolon. What there was? Oh shoot! I gotta go through my email. I did get an email from the Eidolon people, Icewater Games, that like they came out with a new game. They might have even given it to me. Oh, they gave it to me, all right. Among Us, but actually trees. Okay, there's a clip of me playing a game that I do not remember. Oop, I gotta make beds. When was this? It says, see, I know time. My brain was like that. That was not 2021. I refuse to accept these lies you are spewing. That is not the way to break this thing. All right, hold on a second. I gotta check my wish list. Oh, I'm thinking of Thousand Threads. Thousand Threads is on my wish list. Also by the developers of I Am Jesus and Model Train game is Mushrooms Forest Walker, mushroom collecting simulator. Nuts was this year. Journey was this year. We played Journey this year. That was good, except the person who was playing with us kind of spoiled it for us, and I think they were truffle pigs. The magnificent truffle pigs. The Flatout games. We played through all the Flatout franchise games. Tracks. Major update. It's just like Christmas stuff. Was the long drive this year new? This new year? New? Glass Smash 2 was a letdown. I guess we played No Mansky in September. There was an update, wasn't there? And we again were disappointed. Just if you wanted an update on that. Roki? Lawnmower Simulator? Hourglass. Oh, I think I forgot to highlight Hourglass. It might have disappeared forever. Doctor Who video game. What was the name of the game again? Among Trees. I guess I don't have it on Steam. I guess it was it on. Was it on Epic? Or was it on? This is a fantastic segment of Farlands or Buzz Stream, by the way. I'm going to search my library of video games, and you can't see it. And I'm not signed into Epic. Airplane mode had to have been last year because we did it on New Year's Eve. I should just click the clip. And that'll remind me of what the heck. I don't remember this at all. Oh, I remember this now. We had a bow and arrow. Where was that thing? Where was that thing? Okay, and the bears. I remember the bears. Where was it? It was over here somewhere, wasn't it? What a dumb clip, by the way. Who made this clip? It's just nothing. Stop it with these nothing clips, please. Yeah, the Twitch page very helpfully says last year and doesn't actually give a date. And the full video is unavailable. We did have the 5-hour slideshow. All right. Well, I don't have my Epic sign in available. I guess is Art of Rally out? Because it went from like beta to just like being out. I guess Art of Rally was this year, huh? I mean, it says September 2020, but that might have been when it was early access. Twilight Drive was the grappling hook driving game. And there's House Builder, is the one with the igloo. Not to be confused with Builder Simulator, which is the one where you can walk off the map. Remember RoboSkate? Remember on January 15th when we played RoboSkate? Where you're like a robot arm on a skateboard and you're holding a weight? And like that's how you move around, is by shifting the weight. That was dumb, wasn't it? All right. Remember Farlands, Russ? Remember? Ah, wrong way. How could I have gotten that wrong? Twitch tracker. Ooh, you're using third-party websites. God, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is best. don't know what is best game this year. Yeah, like nothing. Balsa's still very much in beta or alpha even, but I mean, Balsa has the whole Kerbal Space Program thing going for it for good reason, but that just is like, I don't want to do this again. Yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know. I mean, if I had to say, Power Wash Simulators is pretty significant. I don't think it brought anything to us, but I think it brought these simulator games a bit more to the masses, to the forefront of the gaming community, who might not have been aware or certainly have avoided the simulator, the very specific, granularly, very particular simulator game genre. Maybe except MSFS. MSFS. Mostly sandwiches for Samantha. Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's just kind of like what I've thought, or what I say Assetto Corsa is my favorite racing game. It's a fantastic game, but I don't have fun in it. No, I mean, it's a game. I'll give it's a game. Like, I almost like wanted, again, that's like one that I wish I had the guts and the gall to like force myself to play a game for the hashtag views. To just like really immerse myself in it and like actually like, I'm going to try to be good at actually being a virtual pilot and like just really nerd into the whole thing. But it just, I can't do that. Like my guts can only hold so much. Just because, I mean, yeah, I grew up like I wanted to be a pilot and like do all that stuff, but it's like overwhelming. Just like Project Wingman. No, Project Wingman is not. That's comparing Forza to Assetto Corsa or iRacing. That's a completely different situation. F1 2021 came out. Was that Cohen's game of the year? You should ask him. Multiple times. Even after he answers. Over and over. The Nether does have a farlands, yes. And it is at the same point. 12.5 million blocks from 0, in the farlands. Ye Old Ant Venom did a video on that 10 years ago, probably. I don't. So, yeah, there were a lot of good games that I enjoyed. But, like, none of them were, like, I'm, like, always gonna compare things to, like, Hellblade. Just because that surprised me, and that was, like, legitimately, like, my favorite game. That was to current me what Tomb Raider was to teen me. But yeah, nothing really sticks out. And maybe it's because we don't play any of the AAA video games. Although, I don't think we missed out on anything in that regard. Whoa, that was weird. That was a weird little block jump that I fell off there. Brain jitter problems. Hashtag. Oh, beans on a cliff. I used to be ranked in OG Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six was the game that got me the first-person shooters back in 1997, or whenever that came out in 99, probably 98. Go online in your dial-up connection, join pistols-only lobbies. I remember. Alright, this is not the way to go. Gotta go back. Ding Chavez. Does that name ring a bell? No water bucketing down? I could, but there was like an overhang there. I feel like there's extra danger to like fall both forward and backward when there's an overhang. I mean, we're already down half a heart. Ding Chavez was the name I used in laser tag. Ah, and all of the other nerds knew what you meant. There we go. That's it. That's my game of the year. Rainbow Six. No, the original one. Oops. I only played laser tag once. I did not enjoy it. Again, it was one of those things where it was like, this is going to be fun, like paintball, but without the hurtiness. But then, when you get in there, there's a bunch of tryhards. And like, much like the Scrabble game or any other like multiplayer game, the people who like figured out all the tricks. And like the scams. And like the move was to like not really hide or get cover. It was to move around like this and like shake around, and it made it hard to hit the little targets on your chest piece that you had to wear. I'm like, all right, this is dumb. Like, you couldn't even shoot them when they're like 3 feet away. Youths? So to answer your question, game of the year. Now that, my friends, who asked that originally? That's how you fill an episode. Filler conversation of the year. Yeah, like, I can't decide. I don't think I ever have, but, like, Power Wash Simulator is, like, honorable mention. I, like, still don't... I would hesitate to say it's, like, my favorite game of the year, best game of the year, but there's really nothing else contending or anything. There's no other contenders. Chicken contenders. Trying to think. I'm just like trying to think all the. There were any of the wacky itch.io games that like stuck out, like stuck in the body of a sheep or something, but that was not this year, and I don't really think there was. Oh, I saw somebody mention those photography, those walking simulator games, those like ultra realistic walk through the Japanese forest games. Those are neat and cool. But are they games of the years? I don't think so. Maybe it's something like that that will, much like Power Wash Simulator got the sim games into the forefront. Maybe it's things like that that will get walking simulators. Although I guess you can make the argument for Death Stranding on that front. Maybe, I don't know. I did not and have not played Life is Strange. Now I'm talking about the indie games. There's multiple by the same person. There's like the Japanese. There's 2 Japanese gardens with the gates, and then there's like an Australian beach, and then some other forest that had sheep. Remember there were sheep in the forest? Oh, in the field near the forest. Yeah, and the one in Australia, then like it was talking about the forest fires. It like started on fire. That's like a whole collection that they're releasing eventually, I think. But yeah, you gotta like take specific pictures from specific angles, and then it unlocks like a different part of the map or whatever, or the nighttime part of the map. Oh, it was the Iceland one too. And the drones, yeah, eventually you take all the pictures, you unlock a drone. True, it did become my Twitter picture. Replaced soon after by the long drive. I like... I have the taste in my mouth that there was a game that we, like, played that we then, like, realized was, like, I had no idea it was going to be like this. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a stroke. Waste a boat, but here we are. Fell out! Ugh. I mean, there was that one. That was a few years ago, though. Ever shade? Ever night? Ever clear? I forgot what that was called. The gymnastics one? That was a few years ago, though. Ooh, buddy. Ah. Oh, God, Wolfie, don't fall into the ice. He did. Okay, no, 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 no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I can think. I don't think I can think. I mean, there was that one. Remember that video game we played that was made by dogs? Allegedly. With the Pokemon that we found. Oh yeah, that was a demo. That one we're looking forward to. Maybe that'll be contending for next year. It's called The Tired Man. That one gives off some Heavenly Bodies vibes as far as like the size and scale and scope of the game are probably going to be just like few fun puzzles. Townscaper was my favorite because I have 150 hours in it. How do you have... I mean, let's not talk about how many hours I have in Lumberjack Dynasty, but how do you have 150 hours in Townscaper? It's not even... It doesn't... There's no game. It's just click... It's Cookie Clicker, but for cities and towns. I mean, that was neat. It's an adult coloring book. Kind of. Although, that's a different genre entirely. If you're... not that I know. I only have 76 hours playing Lumberjack. Feels like more. "76 hours that you know of." Well, I was gonna go on a boat, but I guess we'll... There's nothing left to do in Lumberjack Dynasty. our problem. Except, like, have a baby with our wife. Who wants to do that? Ow! Did I make that? I did make that too tall, didn't I? Twitch plays Lumberjack Dynasty. Yeah, well, yeah, you should ask Cone if it's F1 or Lawnmower Simulator. That's his game of the year. The elephant in the room that we are missing. Well, no, we talked about Skate or Die. And I said, like, that would be in the contending, except it is, like, not a game. Yeah, it's the same as basketball or Frugby was. It's just this developer, Cryptic Sea, just, like, makes these fun little test games and puts them out there to the world. I don't know, maybe it should be in consideration, but, like, as far as, like, fun we've had, definitely Skate or Don't is up there. That we play regularly on stream, as in regularly during the year, and as in started last month. That's, I mean, it's like fresh in our minds. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate, and I'm like, we need more games like this, just like simple experiences, repeatable but not annoying or repetitive, really. Somehow it manages not to be repetitive. Forza's fresh in my mind, but for the wrong reasons. We've not had a BeamNG for a while. I know I've been meaning to play that since the update, but I'm always like, I guess I gotta do Farlands instead, because that's what everybody wants. That's what all 53 viewers want. I mean, there's also another... I was gonna play a new driving game that the embargo allegedly just lifted today. I don't think I'm gonna have a chance. Stream's gotta end sometime. Whoa, where are you going? Oh, I have a boat. That's another thing. There was a new Hellblade. I already talked about this on the Discord. Hellblade exclusive trailer. at the Game Awards. It was apparently gameplay. I don't think it was gameplay. It's like animated in-game engine play. Oh, that's lava. I'm not going that way. I mean, it looks neat. And I'll definitely buy it and play it, but also there's like no release date. There's no update on any of that. I mean, I falsely got my hopes up when they like, that's the trailer that they showed when they were like announcing the next Xbox. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a surprise release title. But no, like, it's still gotta be years off. I mean, like, I'm just, you know, I follow the developers and the actress on Twitter and stuff, and like, they're still just like going into like the mocap video studio rooms and things like that. I don't think they've got anything. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna try to like change things and add things and improve things as all games and things do. Improvement for improvement's sake. But like, you could just come out with more of the same Hellblade, I'd be fine with that. It's just, you know, story, walk from area to area, little, like, arena battles. That neat little wall over there. How did the cookies turn out? How do you think they turned out? Stuck to the pan. Very stuck to the pan and crumbly. But eatable and good in that regard. Oh, where's my compass? Dang, you're still streaming. Almost. Space Engine had one that added volumetric rings with actual rocks. That's a game I keep needing to uninstall every time I stop playing it. Just because it takes up so much space that it's like, no more games. No more room for games. I did save some dough. Oh, buddy. Sorry. Dang it, I've done it again. I've gone and done it again, dang it. Gersh darn it. Oh god, Wolfie. Ah. Any final words? How did Peepers and Niblet handle the girlfriend being away for a bit? I mean, they're fine, I guess. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much the same. Peepers gets a little ornery if he doesn't get attention, and then takes it out on Niblet because he's a jerk. Oh, that's not good. I think this can be fixed. We can also build in this game too, did you know that? Oh, did I not? I did not. Blink Blanc. We did it. Oop. Got beds. Boats. I am going to need some tools here. I mean, pretty much everything. Oh, that's wrong. Made a hoe. Bing. I do declare I'm over encumbered. Bling.
Palette Hands gifted a tier 1 sub to Blar. They
Blar.
have given 290 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Palette Hands. I'm out of torches. Torches, torches, torches. And at that is where we're going to wrap up the stream of Farlands or Bust. Good chat, everybody. Good chat about video games. We asked what the game of the year was, and we literally came to no conclusion or any sort of definitive answer. And that I can sleep on. The bees knees were at 38,165.5 megabytes.